Despite a couple of losses and a couple of impressive wins in the first half of the season, the Cooper football team has high goals this fall. Hawks quarterback Joe Russell is featured in this week's CCX Sports Spotlight. As high school quarterbacks go, he's about as experienced as any you'll find. Cooper senior Joe Russell is in the middle of his third season starting and shining for the Hawks.
We knew he was going to be a really great player as a freshman, and then going into his sophomore year, it's just been a pleasure to coach. He's a respectable young man, obviously athletic, gets the job done in the classroom as well. So he's one of those guys that makes me happy as a coach coming to practice.
Russell's grown as a leader, and this year has even stepped it up a notch vocally.
Every year since my sophomore year, all my coaches and my parents were telling me like I need to be more vocal. So I think it was probably the Armstrong game. I went at halftime and I gave him a little pep talk. We came out and did our jobs in the second half.
Joe threw for nearly 2,000 yards and 20 touchdowns as a sophomore and piled up a shade under 1,400 yards passing with 12 TDs in the pandemic-shortened 2020 season.
Russell throwing for the end zone and a touchdown.
The schedule's gotten tougher this fall, but he averaged over 200 yards passing with 9 TDs through the first 4 games. A stellar receiving core helps, and they love their QB.
He's super smart, actually. He has a really good arm, and he knows where the ball needs to go. He can read defenses very easily, and he's also very athletic, so getting out of pocket is nothing for him.
He's definitely a leader on the field. That helps a lot. He definitely pushes every one of his receivers to be the best they can on and off the field, whether it's being in the playbook, giving full effort, or anything like that.
And Joe relies on that experienced group of pass catchers to let him know what they are seeing from opposing defenses too.
I think every play we run, we find an opening. Our team, we have a very smart team, so every time we run a play, they're coming back to me telling me what they see, and I tell Coach TP and he calls the play for them.
Russell throwing it up deep downfield for Connors, tipped, and he's got it.
Joe, actually, he's really good about giving us all the ball, especially when we need it. We need big plays, and it's actually really nice to have a bunch of different playmakers, so like I don't have to have like a bunch of weight on my shoulders. Joe doesn't have to have weight on his shoulders, and we all can just get the ball and make plays the way we need to.
Russell's, of course, worked closely with Hawks offensive coordinator and co-head coach Tony Patterson. They've started to think alike.
Every game, me and my center, we literally make a bet on what first play he's going to call. So our chemistry with me and Coach TP and our whole offense, because we've been working with him for the past 3 years, so we really know probably what he's going to call on what play and what situation.
Yeah, it's crazy. So we'll be at practice, and I'll try to tell him what reads. He's like, I already got it, and so it's kind of it's been cool to see the transition. He's been getting stronger, smarter, and he's actually a student of the game, and so that's what you want at that quarterback position.
Joe is getting a lot of Division I college interest, but some project him at positions other than quarterback. He's taking that in stride while considering offers.
I would love to play quarterback in college. That's really where my main thought is, but if they need me somewhere else and I have a better opportunity to place another position, I'll do it, without a doubt.
I feel like Joe's a quarterback. It's not a biased opinion of mine. I think he's one of the better quarterbacks in the state, and whoever gets him will get a great competitor, a great leader. I know that some schools are recruiting him as an athlete, but my own personal opinion, I think he's a quarterback, and I think he's a darn good one too.
No doubt Joe Russell's teammates and opponents agree. His college position will sort itself out. But for now, the goal is getting the Hawks in position to reach the state playoffs for the first time since the mid-1990s.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.